starting over. Okay, so weight loss. A lot of times people say weight loss, and that's probably the number one thing you're ever going to hear. It's just people, not really understanding what products we have, and you want to make sure that you're recommending the best weight loss products for people because of the fact that you don't want to recommend something to them that they don't need. You don't want to recommend the cleanse to them if they eat super, super well, and you don't want to recommend, Thermophyte X to just some random person that eats terribly because they're supposed to have, certain credentials. So I want to break down to you how you are going to recommend the best products to somebody who wants to lose weight. Okay. So that's your first notes. So the first thing, you always want to ask them how much weight they're wanting to lose. Because if they're wanting to lose just like anywhere from like 1 to 5 to 6 pounds, you're always going to want to go with the cleanse on something like that. If somebody's wanting to lose weight pretty quickly and they just have a little bit they want to lose, cleanse is your go-to answer. The reason that being is that the cleanse is going to help you de-bloat, which is typically what makes us feel fatter because we're feeling bloated and kind of sluggish. And I don't know if you'll know this, but the average American carries around about 10 pounds of sludge in their system from food that we eat because our diets are so bad. And so I want to keep that in mind with the fact that that's just something super simple. So if they say like, I need to lose weight, I need to just get rid of the bloating feeling, kind of feel better about myself, cleanse is your go-to, okay? That has been reformulated too. So if you look at the new white box, it has a list of all the things that are in it. The number one thing of that being apple cider vinegar. So how many times have you seen people that like have the apple cider vinegar in their fridge and they like fill it up in a teaspoon? Crazy people. I don't know who does that, but a lot of people do that. And so by saying, guys, a lot of the times when you just mention ingredients that are in our products, people are all in, okay? They're like, apple cider vinegar? Hello, yes, I already take that. My dad was super interested in it, and he actually ordered it right away because he is one of those crazy people that drinks apple cider vinegar every day, okay? But there's so many things that are in our cleanse that make it special, but that's one of them. So quick weight loss, just a little bit of weight, cleanse, okay? The second product is if somebody's wanting to lose a lot of weight and they also are willing to change their diet. If somebody's wanting to lose weight and they're wanting to lose a lot of weight, they're going to have to make some changes because whatever they're doing is what got them to where they are, where they want to lose weight. So Thermophyte X, okay, we actually have the luxury of making claims with this product because of the ingredient. It's called green tea cytosome, okay? There are actual tons and tons and tons of clinical studies on that. You can Google it. There's articles all over the place of what green tea cytosome does for your body. That is in our Thermophyte X. Not the actual Thermophyte X product makes you lose an average of 30 pounds over 90 days. The ingredient does. We can never go on our social media and say, Thermophyte X, who wants to lose 30 pounds over the course of 90 days? And just with our Thermophyte X, you got to talk about the ingredient, and you also have to say the word average, okay? Let's clear that up. Average of 31 pounds over 90 days is what the clinical trial came up with, that all of the people that tried it lost an average of 31 pounds over the course of 90 days, okay? That product works best with a low-calorie diet. So if someone's over here in carbtosis, snacking up on Olive Garden and pizza and breadsticks all the time and taking Thermophyte X, they're not going to lose the weight that they're expecting to. I know, I went to Olive Garden last night and got endless pasta, but that's going to carry us into fat fighters. So fat fighters are something that we need to be promoting so much over the next couple of months because it's holiday season, y'all, and it's bulking season, okay? Like, we got to get serious in our fat fighters routine. Fat fighters, I have them in my car, in my purse, next to my bed, in my kitchen. Like, I got them everywhere because those are freaking lifesavers because I don't eat well, and I know that I should, but I don't because I like carbs. And so fat fighters absorb 70%, how I remember it is they're fat fighters, so they absorb 70% of fat and 30% of carbs from all of the food that you eat. And it has to be taken within 60 minutes of your meal. So if you're, that's what you should be promoting right now because everyone's about to have Thanksgiving dinners. You're going to multiple houses, especially if you got divorced families. That was the only perk of that growing up. I was like, I got Thanksgiving here. I got Thanksgiving here. I got Thanksgiving with my grandparents that are divorced. Like, I was going all over the place. That's what happens to me every single year, but that's like 5 different Thanksgiving meals and it's all going to my thighs, okay? So I take fat fighters with every meal that I have. And then right after Thanksgiving, y'all, we got Christmas. Man, it's like we don't even got a month of a break. 25 days later, you're bulking again. So fat fighters are what you really want to be talking about to everybody, because they can just keep them in their car, keep them in their purse, pop them before their meal, and they don't, it's like almost guilt-free, okay? So that's something that we really want to be pressing with this. The next thing is our wraps. So when I joined, wraps were still a super big deal, and as we've started creating more and more products, our attention has just been taken off of wraps. Wraps are freaking legit. Okay, if you have not tried a wrap, you are missing out. Like everyone I know gets results with those, whether they're this much results or a ton of results. They're amazing. If y'all didn't know, if y'all are new here, that is what our company is actually formed off of, is the wrap, the crazy wrap thing. Pam went to a spa, and they had these, like, you can actually go to spas and get wraps, but they're not like an individual thing. They take like towels or like different cloths, and they wrap your body in like a gel, just like our wraps are. And she went to a spa and she got that, and she was like, what if we created our own with all natural and plant-based ingredients on a cloth, put it in a package, and called it that crazy wrap thing? So the best decision that she could have ever made in her entire life, because now we're all rich. Thanks, Pam. Pam took that opportunity to Mark and Cindy, because they were a part of another network marketing company that actually went under, and they were top 10 income earners in that. So if you haven't taken the time to watch the Pentecost documentary, it's also super, super incredible. That's on YouTube. You'll bawl. I've watched it like 7 times. I just watch it, and I'm just a mess. But it just tells you a little bit about our wrap. So our wrap is a cloth. It can be anywhere from the neck down, okay? So you can cut it and you can put it on your chin, you can put it on your arms, you can put it on your butt, on your thighs, on your sides, anywhere, just not on your face. That's what the facial's for. But that has actual ingredients that help to tighten, tone, and firm the skin. So I've seen it diminish skin, what are those called? Stretch marks. I've seen it diminish cellulite, and the results are in 45 minutes, okay? We also need to be pushing that, because with the weight that people are losing, I always recommend to people to upsell the wrap so that they're tightening the skin of the weight that they're losing. Okay, so don't forget that. I know that we now have coffee, and we have the new cleanse, and we have Thermophyte X that all of us forgot about the old wrap. But don't, because guys, it's also 54 BV. Okay, so that's a perfect upsell to turn, a cleanse order or a Thermophyte X order into 54 more BV to make a massive order. Okay. So definitely be talking about that. Maybe make an upsell message. I know we have one for cleanse and Thermophyte X, but just do one for wraps. Just upsell at the end of your triple threat order and be like, and I definitely recommend our wraps to help kind of tighten up that skin from the weight that you're losing, and just throw that in there, and that's amazing. Okay. And I'm sure someone's probably already, Cheyenne will probably come up with some upsell message and have it in the chat soon. So, but when it comes to weight loss, you really just want to figure out how much weight people want to lose. Okay, that's in my host to post messages. That's in my messages now. I always just ask people, how much weight are you wanting to lose? It's a simple message. And also, if you just start recommending products, people don't really understand that relationship that you're trying to build, and they think you're just selling them stuff. Okay, if you get to know what their actual goals are, how much weight they're wanting to lose, what their goals are as far as weight loss, they'll be much more willing to buy whatever you are selling them. Because I also wrote this down, but I know this, like, when you add value to what people are wanting to do, they add value into what you're doing, okay? And if you're sitting there and talking to people and you're recommending these products and you're not assuming that they're broke, I know that fear. You're like, oh my God, they're probably broke, and I'm going to tell them about this triple threat, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't have money for that, and this conversation's going to end. I think that about all of the things, okay? But now I'm just so excited to recommend a triple threat and upsell wraps and do this, that, and the other, because the worst thing they're going to do is say, oh, I can't afford that, and I can make it smaller. But if you say just Thermophyte X and they're like, oh, I can't afford that, you can't go anywhere else. You can't, all we got is Fab Wrap, and that's no BB. Like, there's nothing else. So you want to make sure that you're always giving them more so that you can take a little bit back every time. Oh, this is our triple threat. This is coffee, greens, cleanse. They say, oh, I can't afford that. I'm like, okay, can you swing just $36 today? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, like, that's just the cleanse, and you make it seem super simple, like $30 is no big deal. They don't want to walk away with nothing, just like you don't want to walk away with no sale. Okay. So does that kind of answer y'all's weight loss questions? Now you feel a little bit more confident about talking to people about what we offer. I know last year our tribe exploded the triple threat. Like, we enrolled like 670 triple threats in a week in April. So we know how to sell the triple threat. Somebody paste that script in the chat. I know that y'all have it. My computer, I don't know if it has the script and everything, but it's amazing. It's 2 bags of coffee, the chocolate greens, and the cleanse, or Thermophyte X. And so with that, you're getting a meal replacement. You're losing that, 6 to 8 pounds of the cleanse, and then you've got the greens adding in the nutrients. This is something you should also know about weight loss. Even a tip for you too. When you're hungry, your body isn't just wanting food. It's not wanting you to just like eat Cheez-Its or like bread or like something. It wants nutrients. Your body craves nutrients when it's hungry. So if you yourself, this is a tip for you too, if you get hungry, maybe you're trying to lose a little bit of weight, drink greens or collagen. Like collagen has proteins in it, and protein equals food. It equals energy. And so if you're drinking stuff that has nutrients in it, you're not necessarily needing food, you're needing nutrients. And all of our products are that way, okay? So when you have customers that are talking about it, just say, when you drink these products, you're not going to be hungry, because the coffee has fat in it, but it's good quality fat. There's a difference, and I'm about to go into that. When people are like, well, there's a lot of fat in that, or I can't drink that because I'm not on the keto diet, I'm going to give you a solid answer for that. So meal replacement, that's where I'm going with this. So we have coffee, part of the triple threat. That's what they'd be drinking. Okay. They have that coffee and the chocolate greens. Y'all, I don't know about y'all. When I drink that at like 9 or 10 in the morning or on journaling Zoom, I'm not hungry until like noon, 1 o'clock. Okay. And then I'll drink like collagen, or I'll have Reds. I'm really into a Reds hydrate thing right now. Like I'm just addicted. And so I drink that, and like I just ate dinner a couple of hours ago. And so I don't feel bad about what I eat for dinner, because I'm not eating like crap for breakfast and lunch. I'm getting good quality nutrients from the products that we have. I'm drinking coffee. I'm getting that good fat for energy, and I'm not eating, breakfast tacos like I normally ate. I don't know. But so when you get that answer or that question of someone saying, well, I'm not on the keto diet, I can't use the products. Our products are keto approved. They are not just keto products, okay? So with our keto coffee, yes, there is a lot of fat. That's why if you're not on the keto diet, you're not going to be eating breakfast with it. You just drink the coffee because there's enough fat in it for it to be an actual meal for you. So that's the answer for that. And number two, if someone says, oh, well, that's too much fat or that's too much this, it's not, because it's good fat. It's not like eating bacon or a Mickey D burger or Whataburger French fries. It's good quality fat, just like avocados, nuts, eggs, like anything like that. That's good quality fat. And that's not ice cream. No, Cheyenne. So if you get that question, just know that there's a difference between good fat and bad fat. And our coffee has good fat because it has MCT oil, grass-fed butter, collagen, Himalayan salt, and that's it. That's literally it. But they're really good quality fats for you to give you that energy, brain focus, clarity, and keeping you really full for a while, okay? So we're going to move on from weight loss, but just know out of all of that synopsis that there's an ingredient in every single one of our products that is good, amazing content for you to promote the product to. Green tea cytosome in the Thermophyte X, apple cider vinegar in the cleanse, the wraps to tighten, tone, and firm in just 45 minutes. All of those things, and you always want to start bigger so that you can get smaller, okay? Second thing, let's talk about skincare, okay? Our company, if you did not catch, revamped our skincare line, and it is beautiful. Like, I'm pretty sure mine's sitting in the post office right now, and I actually forgot to go get it earlier. But we are trying to get away from the green and bling, thank God. Now we're all going to white and clean and sexy and just like so appealing. And so I'm so excited about our new skincare line because it is all white. Okay. It's actually pearl. So beautiful. But I'm so excited because our skincare. So how many of y'all have sensitive skin, or you have redness, or you're hyperallergenic, or maybe you break out super, super simple? Our skincare not only was sensitive then, but it just got even better. Okay. So this is going back to the whole ingredients thing about how some of our products have like amazing ingredients. So Thermophyte X, green tea cytosome. Now all of our skincare each has an incredible ingredient about it. So with that being said, I want to also give you all this tidbit of information. If you sometimes just blank out, have no idea what a product is, all of the product descriptions and their ingredients and everything that's cool about it is on your website. So if you have a customer that ever says anything like, well, what's in it that makes it so cool or whatever, they literally have bullet points of why our products are amazing. And they say like, this ingredient helps with this, or this does this, and it's all on your website. Okay. You just have to search the product, click on it, and it's all there. Second, this is also super important, and I want to make sure that I'll do this like now. In our team page, in the announcements, if you click the announcements at the top, I typed up a product info for every single product on our entire website. And I also updated it with the new skincare descriptions as well. So you can go do that. And I'm also going to talk about text replacement at the end of this. I need to make a note because I don't want to forget that. and I'm going to change y'all's life. I also posted this in the team page, so you probably already saw it, but product info all in there. Go save it in your notes so that you always have it. If somebody says, you know, what is this? Scroll it, search it in your notes, copy and paste. Okay. So our skincare. Now this hasn't been out very long, so I don't know a lot about it, but I know number one, we came out with a brand new product called Radiance. Okay. So obviously if you're around and you look at social media, being glowing and youthful is what's the move right now. Okay. Everybody wants to glow. Everybody wants to be just like all out there. I think pretty sure in like the 70s or 80s, everybody wore powder because they wanted to be dry. Pretty sure that's a thing. But now everybody just wants to be super glowy and youthful and shiny. And so what that Radiance is actually doing is it has witch hazel in it. So witch hazel is something you want to be shouting out from the rooftops. And I literally was on Mark's Facebook the other day, and there were estheticians that were commenting on there, and they were like, this is like, I spend as much as it costs for the whole product line on one product for what y'all are selling because of the quality ingredients you have. So you, number one, should be so freaking thankful that you work for a company that has such incredible products, and they also know that we have to keep it affordable in order for us to be successful. Okay, so if you're also questioning why the BV went down and the product went up, it's because our ingredients are getting better, but they want to keep that price down for us. So it's pretty much the same equivalency to us. And like, you know what I'm saying? So it just, to me, it makes me thankful. It makes me proud that we're having products that have such good quality ingredients in them that we kind of have to step back a little bit because they want to keep it affordable for everyone, but also give the advantage of having those incredible ingredients. So Radiance is a dropper. I think it's going to eventually replace the toner because it's a balancing pH level, and that's what witch hazel is. But I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me. But it's a dropper, and you get to just either put it directly on your skin or add it into the moisturizer. And I'm so excited about that. And how cute is that going to be able to post pictures with that and have videos with the dropper? Because Aaron's knocking on my window. He scared the crap out of me. So we have a morning cream and a night cream. Okay, so it used to be Preventage and Repairage, but now it is Protect and Repair. Right? Protect, Repair is right. Okay. So Protect, each of them have I wish I would have wrote this down. I didn't even think about it, but I have the ingredient, or I have the things right here. So it's crazy because one of the ingredients that's in the Keto Energy is also in our skincare for caffeine, and it has to do with plumping your skin. And so I thought that it's ashwagandha. If you want to look up that, it kind of sounds a little African, I think. But it's an amazing ingredient. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, I didn't save them into my text replacements yet, but I did type them all out. Anyways, you can look them up on your website. But Preventage is now Protect, and it is for a day cream, so you put it on in the morning, and then Repair is at night, and you put that on when you go to bed. Okay. There's an ingredient in the Repair at night that actually helps to tighten your pores and to shrink your fine lines. Okay, so that's just go read the descriptions on those because I'm not super hip on them because they just came out. But I can tell you that every single one of those products has a new ingredient in it that is something that you're able to promote that everyone knows about. So also with our Refresh, it's now replacing the cleanser. Okay, so in that Refresh, guys, it's soap free. So I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this, but when you use shampoo, it's not supposed to lather because what they put into your shampoo to lather is drying for your hair. It's a chemical. So that's what you don't want to have in your cleanser. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you put it in your hair. I mean, it's fine, but your skin is way more important. And so with Refresh, it's soap free. Okay, so it's not going to lather, which is what we expect, but lathering, there's zero purpose. I think it's just a physical thing that you want to see, but it doesn't have a purpose to it at all. But it's soap free, so that's super awesome because you know that there's no chemicals in it, and it's also perfect for sensitive skin. I am horrible with smell. I don't mess with it. I don't really wear perfume because I can't stand smell being on my face, and that's what I love about our skincare before was its natural scent. And so that's what I think is so special about what we have now, because it's so good for hypoallergenic, for sensitive skin, for people that break out easy. But also, this is another thing I want to tell you. Anytime you change your skincare routine, your face will panic. Okay, if you add collagen into your skincare, or you change a moisturizer, or it's not the product, okay? It's just the fact that it's change on your skin. So if you start using it and you see that, or you have a customer that says, well, it's causing me to break out, It's not. It's just your face having to basically detox from the other one and get used to the new one, okay? So keep that in mind that you have to, that's why we have a 90-day challenge, is so that you use the product over a period of time to see your results and not expect it to be perfect right away. So keep that in mind if anyone ever says that to you. They've got to keep using it in order for it to get better. So that's the next thing, is the collagen, okay? Who has tried collagen? I mean, y'all are already raising your hands, you're nodding. Collagen is amazing. It's in my cup right now. I love it because you can mix it with ketones if you like it to be lemony. I love mixing it with hydrate because I don't like water. I mix collagen with literally anything. So collagen also has something in it. I don't know what it is, but it helps you sleep. So if you take it at night, if any of y'all have not tried it hot, it's amazing. Okay, I just put the water in my Keurig and then I just pop in the collagen. I drink it at night, kind of like a hot tea, and it is amazing. Okay, I drink that, or sometimes I just drink it in the middle of the day as for a snack because it has proteins in it that will keep you full as well. So that's the first thing. But guys, collagen is something you want to upsell with every skincare line that you talk about. So I'm going to kind of talk about this. When someone asks me about skincare or I'm talking to them about it, this is what you're going to say. Is your skin dry, oily, or acne prone? Okay? Dry, oily, or acne prone. I will always, no matter what, recommend the cleanser. Because if you want to have good quality skin, you have to wash it. You have to take your makeup off. You have to get the dirt, oil, and all that stuff off. You have to wash your face. Always recommend cleanser. Second, if they have dry or oily skin, they need the toner or radiance now, because it balances pH levels. If your skin is unbalanced, it's going to be dry or it's going to be oily. So that's what toner or radiance is for. Okay, so I always recommend that. If they have acne prone skin, I recommend the peel, because that's going to remove the dead skin from all of the breakouts and get rid of all the redness. Okay, redness, dry skin, that's acne. Okay, so acne would be cleanser, toner, radiance, peel. Okay, if they have dry skin, cleanser, toner, cleanser to wash, toner to balance, and then the preventage or repairage to moisturize the skin. Preventage is like my favorite product. You'll hear me talk about it all the time. It's the first product I ever bought and I have never ran out of it. I literally cut the top off and like put my finger in there because I'm not wasting it. But if they have dry skin, if they can't afford anything, I will always break it down back to preventage if they have dry skin, because that's just game changer. And then I always upsell the collagen. So if I'm just talking about cleanser, if I have all three, I will always talk about collagen. And sometimes they'll be like, well, I can't afford any of it, but I want the collagen because it just sounds so cool. Another fact that we have about that is that there are 5 strands of collagen and they're all in our product, but you can't hardly find any other product that has all 5 strands of it for something that's not going to break the bank. And I think that's incredible because you can Google it. Most of them have 3 strands, 2 strands, 1 strand. Ours has all 5. And it's $39. Okay. So that's super awesome to advertise about our collagen, is that it has all 5 strands. You can Google them. I don't know what the strands are. That's something that Carly would add, but 5 strands. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. And I wrote it down and I'll say it again. People will, if they want results, they will pay whatever it takes. Okay. So the broke will figure it out because if they want to lose weight bad enough, they will find the money. Don't question that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about energy. So a lot of times people want weight loss, they also want energy. And so something I want to add about the cleanse is that when you get rid of toxic sludge that's in your stomach and in your intestines, your energy will rise, because that's all correlated. If you Google it, you can actually find out a lot of stuff about any issues that you're having can come directly from your gut. Okay, if you have a bunch of sludge in your gut, that's going to make you bloated, that's going to make you sluggish, tired, brain fog, all the things. And you'll find that when you do the cleanse and remove it, you have more energy and you sleep better and you're not as tired. So that's what I would start with first. If they're on a budget and they know that they are getting the cleanse already in that triple threat for weight loss, they're also going to raise their energy levels. If you want, I would upsell keto energy if they mention that they have low energy. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of cool things about keto energy. So it's a pixie stick. An adult pixie stick. Everybody loves pixie sticks, so you may as well just keep eating them and not be guilty because you're eating a kid candy, right? So I have those in my purse at all times. I always just, like, Aaron asked for them the other day. He's like, "Do you want one of those keto energy things?" Like, yeah, you bet. I have them everywhere, and they're lemon lime, so that's a super popular flavor that everyone likes. But the coolest thing, guys, is it has B6 and B12. So how many of y'all have ever heard of a B6 or B12 shot that somebody goes and gets because they need energy? Nobody wants shots. I still cry like a baby, and nobody wants to pay for a shot either when you could just take a pixie stick, okay? So it has vitamin B6 and B12. And it also has the ashwagandha that's also in our skincare. And so that has caffeine in it, but it's a no crash energy. So 5-hour energies, Monsters, Red Bulls, those all require you to crash afterwards. Our energy does not, because it is natural from ashwagandha, okay? Learned that on a product info video. So that's just something that's cool to know, is it replaces a B6 or a B12 shot, okay? So how many of y'all have heard somebody say that they have a caffeine sensitivity? I hear that a lot, okay? They have a caffeine sensitivity, they can't drink the coffee. We used to have keto creamer to where they could add it to their decaf, but we don't have that anymore. So something that Carla said for people with caffeine sensitivity is our greens, okay? So greens, like I said, when you're hungry or you don't have energy, your body's craving nutrients, okay? You can give it all the food in the world, but if you're not giving your body good quality things that have nutrients in them, you're not gonna get that energy or feel full ever. You're gonna get hungry in 30 minutes because you don't have the nutrients. Same reason why when you eat a salad, you're hungry in like 15 minutes and you're like, screw this healthy crap. It's because salad has no nutrients in it unless you add all the extra stuff, but literally lettuce has nothing. So greens, okay, that's 52 superfoods, 38 fruits and vegetables of nutrients. And when your body gets what it needs, you're not tired anymore, okay? So somebody who has caffeine sensitivity, super greens, and then super reds, okay? So super reds has polyphenols, and she broke down that in reds, it has a beetroot, which if you Google beets, it's not only for cleansing. So this is a random fact that I know, but if you have liver failure or you've had too much like toxic, or maybe you drank too much, beetroot will actually detox your body. And that's why doctors tell you to eat beets. So in reds, it has beets in it, and that will help also boost oxygen or CO2 into your bloodstream, okay? And that will aid to you having more energy. So I know that I just kind of went doctor, but that was all from Carla from a product info video that she had. And so she recommends to mix collagen and reds so that you're getting the proteins to be full from the collagen, and you're getting the energy and the stress relief from reds to keep you through the day, okay? I drank that earlier. That's what I posted on my story. And so those are two super awesome products to have if somebody has a caffeine sensitivity, okay? The next thing I want to remind y'all too is if you Google It Works product coach, you can ask questions to it. So you can say products with no caffeine, gluten-free products. Pretty much all of our products are gluten-free except for wraps and fat fighters. But you can ask it questions and it'll generate responses to you. But that's It Works product coach. You can Google that and it will just, it's like a generator, and it will find in the descriptions where like things are mentioned. It's not always super accurate, but I definitely still use that thing when I'm like, no one will answer me and all my chats are blown up. But that's a super awesome tool to have when you have questions about stuff about gluten-free, certain ingredients, like anything. It's typically on there. And sometimes it's not super updated. Like I think the It Works Shake is still on there, but it gets the job done, okay? Okay, so now we're gonna go into nutrition. So how many of y'all drink celery every day? I see some hands. Are y'all loving it? Feeling no bloating, you got energy. Like I talk to people every day and they're like, I cannot go without it now that I have it. I need to get over the fact that it doesn't taste good and I just need to like do it. But I also have a hard time waiting 30 minutes to drink my coffee because I want it so bad when I wake up. But guys, celery is incredible, okay? And what we have is something no one else does. Like you can't even Google the fat. I think there's like one other company that has dried celery. Ours is better, okay, because it works. So this is what you're going to say when someone says, why is this celery better than juicing? Okay, number one, actually juicing celery, you got to buy a $500 juicer. That ain't it, sis. I ain't doing it. That's the number one. Number two is you have to find organic celery, and it's typically always sold out because of all the people that juice. Number two is you have to pay for it. You got to pay the 11 something dollars for every like 2 cups or something. It's stupid. It's expensive. With our celery, I'm going to explain the process to you so that you can explain it. It's picked at its peak. Organic celery is picked at its peak, and it's organic. I don't know if I said that. Number two, it's juiced at its peak, and it's freeze dried immediately. So freeze dried, what that is removing the water from celery, okay? Basically, celery is celery and water. That's it. There's literally nothing. Like when I first heard about juicing, I was like, they're juicing a product that literally has like nothing in it. Like it's just celery stalk. So picked at its peak, juiced right at that point, and then it's freeze dried immediately so that when it's freeze dried, it's removing the water so that when you pour that scoop into your cup of water, it's as if you just juiced it. Okay, so some people are like, well, the medical doctor, like the medical medium doctor that created it, said that you have to drink it 30 minutes after it's juiced, and if it's in any other form, it's not right. It's literally picked at its peak, freeze dried, and then you pour water back into it, and it's as if you like it never paused the process. Okay, so if somebody's that adamant about it, then they can go spend $500 on their juicer while you drink your $39 celery juice for the rest of the month and get your results way quicker. And hopefully they'll come to you because you talk about it every day and you're loving it, right? But at least you know how to explain the fact that it's picked at its peak, it's juiced, it's freeze dried, and you adding that water is essentially as if it literally just happened. And so what celery juicing happens, you can't make medical claims with that. You can't go to your Facebook and say, it's going to clear your eczema, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. You can say, if you Google it, it'll pull up all kinds of things. I mean, guys, this stuff, people have said like it's cured their cancer. Like, I don't know, that's not me, but there's so many things that people say about celery. And it's crazy what people have had as their testimony. So if you just like tell people to Google it, or you know, you find stuff like I have eczema on my arms really badly, and I see so many people that talk about how it cures eczema and everything. So definitely keep that in mind when you're talking about celery, but start doing it every day. I'm vowing myself to do it too and wait 30 minutes to drink my dadgum coffee. But I know that people always talk about bloating being number one, that they have zero bloating, they have more energy, they are fuller for longer, they sleep better. And so there's a lot of things that people get from that. And I mean, if I have a product and I need, and why would I not use it, right? So also, I'm going to shout out Sam for a second. Sam Marquez, she literally posts about it every morning, but she like, and I know there's so many other people, Cheyenne does it too, but Sam literally will enroll celery customers so consistently because that girl never misses a day from posting her celeries like every day. And she talks about making it, and she talks about, you know, she's open about how it tastes absolutely like dirt trash. Okay. But she loves it because of the results that she's getting. Right. And so she's open about that. And so if you talk about it and you own up to the fact that it don't taste great, but you're doing it for the nutritional value, she enrolls celery customers literally all the time just because she's consistent. I enroll coffee customers every time based on my story because I make my coffee every single morning, okay? I've kind of been switching it up by trying to throw my coffee pod into the hole and try to make it, like trying to get people to make sure they stay watching my videos, but people will message me and they're like, I see you talk about this coffee every single morning, like if it wasn't good, you wouldn't drink it. I'm like, you've caught on, congratulations, yes. But make your products every day. Like I will go on there and post my reds. I'll make my hydrate. I always talk about having it with me. I make my coffee. I use all 3 different flavors. I talk about the chocolate greens. Like talk about the products that we have, you guys, because if you don't, people think they suck, right? If I had a distributor on my timeline and never talked about the products, I'm like, man, those products must suck. She may be real broke. Like that's what I would think. So you need to make sure that you're drinking the collagen, because I'm going to tell you one thing. The moment you get your own personal results, you will never, ever not be successful. When you have a confidence behind something, you won't doubt this business for a second when you see what results you get from coffee. I mean, Courtney, when she first joined, she lost like 30 something pounds and I didn't even know who she was until I saw her before and after. I was like, who is this skinny girl? Okay. You know, and then I saw, I mean, Cheyenne, guys, her freaking skin, Danny, her skin, like these people, like you look at the way, how they were when they joined and then you see them now and I'm like, you done glowed up. Like, what did you use? But it's because our products work. And when you get that and you're like, oh, and it makes it so easy when you're talking to customers about stuff and you're like, hey, you know, I've been using this coffee forever and ever and I love it. And they're like, okay, let me think about it. And you smack them with that before and after and you're like, look at me. And they're like, okay, I thought about it. I'm in, you know? So, and you just feel so much better about it because you're like, I actually got results from these. I remember last March when I went double, I got my results on like the 4th of the month. I got them corporate approved for my coffee and I lost 28 pounds in 21 days the moment that I started drinking it. And it was wild, y'all. Like I would go to to friend people on Facebook and I would click on their profile to see if they were a distributor. And my before and after is on a host to post on their Facebook. Like my before and after was everywhere. because I was doing host to post like crazy. I was shouting it out every day. I was like, look at these results. And I felt so confident about what I had because it worked for me. So pick a product. Maybe you struggle with acne. Go buy the skincare, go drink collagen every second that you have and get your own before and after. Maybe you want to lose a little weight. Use the products, get your own before and after. Maybe you have terrible, and I don't know what it is. Guys, we got a product for everybody. Maybe you want some muscle. You want to take some new you? You want some, maybe you got anxiety or something, confianza. Like, we got something for everybody. We have 50 products. So find something and run like the wind, sister. Go get your own before and after, share it to everybody, and you'll enroll customer after customer after customer because they see the confidence that you have. Same about the business. See how that works? You're confident about what you're doing. You're loud about the products. You're loud about the business. And people are like, hey, like, what are you doing? I'm broke too. And you're like, come on over to the good side. I got you. We got good products, good business. We got all the stuff. Okay. So that was the last thing I want to talk to you about was that results. And then texture placement. So for those of you that are new with all of these product descriptions, sometimes like I know when I enroll a distributor and they send me screenshots and I like in 2 seconds, I've got the descriptions like throwing out to them like it's hotcakes. And they're like, you're so fast. Like, what are you doing? Texture placement. I don't have the products memorized and I don't sit there and type about the products every single time. With that product info that I told you about at the top of our team page, I have all the ones that I use the most saved in my texture placement. And what that is, it's in your keyboard. So like if someone says, what do you do in the business? I literally type, this is backwards, W space, and it pastes the description of what I do every single day in this business. Okay. Another thing is word board. So a lot of girls on our team use that. And I like last week had Cheyenne teach me how to use it because confused mind says, no, I didn't know how to work it. So I just didn't do it. It's an actual keyboard and you click it here and I have all the product descriptions that are like, I mean, all of the product descriptions are now on this. So if somebody says coffee, I just click coffee and it pastes the description, or reds or greens, and they're all on this board and you can color coordinate them. And then if somebody says they're ready to join, I have them all in blue. So it's the checkout cart, it's the shopping cart through the Connect app. If y'all don't know what that is, this is going to also change your life. So those are 2 ways. I have a tutorial in the team page, just search it, and I literally screen recorded how to do it all. I'm not even speaking fire, it's just my cheeks are getting red. I think I'm getting out of breath. But what was the last thing I was going to tell you? Oh, the Connect app. Okay, everybody go to the App Store and download It Works Connect. Okay, this is where all of your notifications, so like when we get paid, they've now turned on notifications to where it will tell us like we got paid, commissions are posted, new product announced, like you get all of like the updates and stuff. That's a really good way to keep up with everything. But make sure y'all are paying attention, okay? On the home screen, once you log in, it'll look like this. On the bottom, down there, it says shopping cart, the second button. When you click shopping list, these are all the ones I've already made. You click create new. It brings up majority of our most popular products, okay? So if somebody says, I want to buy the coffee and greens, instead of sending them the steps where they have to go add it all to the cart, you can send them a cart that already has it all in there and all they have to do is enter their information. So it eliminates, I just shook half of y'all. You're like, what? It's amazing, okay? So say they want hair, skin, and nails. We add hair, skin, and nails. Say they want cleanser. We add that. You go down here and it makes the link. You click send. You can send it through the Connect app. I typically don't. I just copy that link right there and go copy and paste it into my text or into my text message. And I send that to them. And then I just say like, this is your customized link. Just go and it'll take you to the step where they can choose like retailer loyal. Now they updated the website, by the way, where it just says continue. There's no too complicated join now buttons, for the love of God. Now they just click continue and it'll just prompt them to their information. So they can't even get lost. Like, it's idiot proof. They just keep going through the steps. So that's a little tidbit for you to help you make sure that your customers go to the exact spot. And you can save that link in your text replacement as well. So product info, save those. So I hope that this was super helpful. I'm not Carla, but majority of the products that I just talked about are stuff that you're going to use every single day. As far as weight loss, you've got those little products. Start big, always go small. With your skincare, we now have that bundle where it's like $139 for all the skincare products. Like, you can't buy that. Like, that's one product for Clinique, I think. Like, this is a whole nother level, okay? But start with the whole skincare. And if they say, oh, I can't afford the whole thing, just say, okay, well, we can do 2, or we can do 1, or can you swing $36? Always act like it's no big deal. If I start with that triple threat and they're like, well, I can't afford all 5 of those products, I'm like, okay, can you just swing $36? We'll get you started with the cleanse. That's best because it's just going to help you lose that couple, pounds right off the bat, and we can get you started on everything when you get paid. Most of the time when I do that, I ask them what day they get paid, and I text them on the 15th, and they add on to their order that same month. So I'm getting the same amount of BV. It's just a little bit later, right? So if they just got with that cleanse on the 5th, and they're like, okay, I get paid on the 15th. I text them on the 15th, and they add the rest of it. It's 126 BV order, whether I got it on the 5th or the 15th. Okay. So always upsell people. Never just go with one product. Always go with a bunch and upsell people at the end after you get their information. If you ever have questions, we've got the product info where I typed out every description. You've got product coach where you can ask questions. You also have your chats. You've got incredible leadership on this team. But the more you use products, you won't have to figure out how they work because you know that they work. You'll be willing to just share them from the rooftops and say, I don't know how I lost 28 pounds. Don't ask questions, just order. Here's my website. Like, you don't have to know. It's the same reason of how people say, like, well, how are you successful? I don't know how. I know why. I don't know how the products work. I know why they work, because they do, because they're all natural. Order, okay? So if y'all have any questions, you can shoot me a message if I didn't happen to answer it now. Sorry that Carla couldn't make it on. I know she really wanted to, but she had a lot of stuff going on. Maybe we can plan one for later. But I can't wait to see y'all on Tuesday on the Diamond Tribe Zoom, and then next Sunday for whatever we have next Sunday. So I hope y'all have a super awesome night. Thank y'all for showing up, and I love y'all so much. Bye, guys.